So a cast is the group of people in a play or movie or TV show. Generally more for a play. Like if you go see a stage play, like in a theater with people on stage, we would say they are the cast. And I'm just thinking now, you also have the people behind the scenes who we would call the crew. So there's another version of crew there, but this is the cast of this play. They are the actors. They learn their lines and they perform the play on stage. But yes, cast and crew. So you can have a crew working on the road, a crew on a ship, and then the crew is the people behind the scenes of a play who make everything work the way it's supposed to. A board. So this is a very official business term. A business might be so big that it has a boss, but it might also have a board, or sometimes called a board of directors. These are the most important people at that business, and they make all of the decisions. So this could possibly be the board of a large company. Sometimes it's called a board of trustees, a board of directors. It has a variety of names, but the general term would be the board. So there is, in my place of work, a school board. A school board is a group of people who tell the individual schools what to do. So a board, it's like a group of people who are the boss. There's still a boss, but the board would be the group of people who make the big decisions. I've never been on a board. Someday, I would like to be on a board. I think that would be fun. A panel. So a panel is a group of people, usually who have knowledge in a specific area, who are asked to sit on a stage so that someone can ask them questions and interview them. If you've ever gone to any kind of convention for work, they might say, in the main hall, there's going to be a panel of experts, and they're going to answer questions about global warming or something like that and how it will affect your business. So here we have what I would say is 4 experts and someone who is leading the discussion. You don't normally have a panel of people without one person kind of asking them questions and then interviewing them. So this would be a panel of experts talking about something important. I don't know. I just found the picture online. I'm assuming that they are experts. I don't actually know. Alumni. So alumni would be the group of people who all graduated from a specific school or college or university. So when you complete your university degree, you graduate, you are now part of the alumni. So if they ever have a reunion, they will contact the alumni, the group of people that grows larger every year of the group of people that have graduated from that institution, alumni. Staff. So staff is used to refer to people at a workplace, all the people at a workplace. If I owned a restaurant, and if it was a large restaurant, I might have a staff of 30 people, 4 chefs, 15 servers. Like I might have a huge staff. If I look at my school has a staff of about 35 people. So those are all the people that work there. So generally though, we use staff to talk about places of work like restaurants, office buildings. If I had a construction company, I would most likely say I have 10 people working for me, 2 crews of 5. I probably wouldn't use staff to talk about construction workers. So it does mean like people who work in a place like this. I have a staff of me for YouTube. I'm the only one on staff. There's no one else. And this is where the word staff room comes from. In a school, you have a staff room because the staff at my school go to the staff room for lunch. A choir. A choir is a group of people who love to sing, and then they get together and they have a choir director and they learn songs and then they perform the songs to an audience. So a choir is something that I have never been part of. I am not able to sing on key very well. And so a choir, though, is awesome to listen to. When I'm in the audience and I hear a choir, especially at Christmas, it is very, very cool. So a choir, that's the name for a group of people who, and it's a formal group. Like it's not, oh, it's a choir, anyone can come. Usually it's like 20, 30, 40, 50 people who meet regularly to practice a set of songs so that they can perform them. So it's somewhat official. A committee. So a committee is similar to a team. A committee is usually in charge of something, and it's usually a relatively small group of people. So at my place of work, sometimes I'm on a team to tackle a project. Sometimes I'm on a committee every year. So one of the committees at our school is the social committee, and their job is to plan an interesting and fun thing for the teachers to do every other month so that we stay happy. So basically a committee, a group of people who are in charge of one thing. A troop. So you can have a dance troop. You can have a troop of soldiers. They sound the same. They are spelled different. So this is a troop of, I think, dancers. We wouldn't use this for singers necessarily. If you were, yeah, mostly for dancers. Like if you have ever been in a dance group, it would be called a troop. Usually it means they're paid though, I think. And then of course, in the army, you have troops, but you can also refer to a whole group of them as a troop. So there was a troop of soldiers that were walking down the street. Force. So you can use this to talk about the police. You could say that he is on the police force, or you could even shorten it and just say, how long has he been on the force? So if you have a friend who is a police officer, you could say, oh, my friend, she's on the police force, or she's on the force. How long? Once you say police force, you can just use the word force after that. So my town has a really small police force. I think the force only has 2 officers because the town is so small. A jury. So if you watch any kind of television, you are probably familiar with a jury. So a jury is a group of people who listen to a court case. It will be presented by 2 lawyers, and they will have to decide if the person in court is guilty or not. So if you watch a TV show where the police catch someone and then they take that person to court, you will sometimes see a jury, a group of people who listen to each lawyer. They listen to the evidence, the proof, and then they need to decide if that person is guilty or not. And then, of course, we just have the word people. You could use the word people to talk about groups of people. So this is kind of a funny one. The most common phrase is probably like, people are crazy, or people aren't as kind as they should be. So you can use it to start a sentence, the word people, and you are referring almost to the whole world, I guess. I wish people were kinder. I wish people helped each other more. I wish people were just nicer sometimes. So there's how you can use that to talk about a large, undefined group of people, basically everyone in the world or your community. And then we have, of course, family. So family is the word used to describe the group of people who are all related to each other. Grandparents, parents, kids, cousins, uncles, aunts, we call that group family. So a family then can be small. So you can just talk about the parents and the kids. But family can also refer to all of the people who are related. So how big is your family? Well, my family, if I counted all of my uncles and aunts and cousins, it's quite large. If I just count my household, there are 7 of us. So family, the group of people who are all related to each other.